up, everybody? Yes! I am the youngest of 3 boys. My middle brother, kind of an asshole. We're not going to talk about him. If you've seen every 80s movie, he's like the older brother in every single one of them, so forget him. My oldest brother, though, is a man named David, and I love this man more than you could ever imagine. He was my hero growing up, like the Platonian ideal of what you'd want in an older brother. He was kind, he was nice, he was popular, he was good at sports, and I wasn't, and I'm the reason they have participation trophies. Knew how to play an instrument. He was just a great guy. And what he would do for me when I was younger is when I was in high school and I didn't have my license, he would drive back from college to take me to all like my proms and stuff. It was really nice, you know? He didn't have to do that. He was just such a sweet human being. He's about 5'3", and he walks like a duck, and he's got a beard, so everyone just thinks he looks like Gimli from Lord of the Rings. So in 1995, he would graduate from Millersville University, and the next semester, in 1996, he would begin substitute teaching at my high school, his alma mater. So the first day, my brother Dave is in school, he's walking down the hall, and he had that very distinct walk like this. So me and all my friends, to pay him back for all the kindness that he had done for us over the years, essentially heckled him. So as he was walking down, we're like, "Yo, Dave, what's up, Dave? Yo, Dave." And he's like, "It's Mr. Cupsy." I was like, "Bullshit, dude, we share a room, and I saw you in your tighty whities 2 hours ago. It's Dave. It is Dave." He would get hired full-time the next year at Upper Darby High School. And at the same time, he would begin coaching the junior varsity lacrosse. And as he was a lacrosse goalie, so it just made sense. So what he would do is he really cared about these kids more than just winning and losing. He tried to teach them to be good people, and especially he tried to teach them safety. He always wanted these guys to wear their protective cups. So years later, I would constantly run into his former students. And they would say, "Hey, is Mr. Cupsy your brother?" And I would say, "Yes." And then they would do the walk. And then they would like whisper to each other and like laugh. And I never paid it any mind until a couple years later, I was doing stand-up comedy in a bar in Aston, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, because my career is on fire. And I get off stage, and it was at one of those like really awful biker bars, like the one you would see in Pee Wee Herman. And these people wanted to murder me, okay? Look, I'm wearing a cardigan. So I got off stage, and I went out front of this bar where you could just walk outside with beer, and I was having a cigarette, and I was drinking a beer, and this kid comes up to me, and he goes, "Hey, is your brother Mr. Cupsy?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Is it true?" "Is what true?" Is it true the reason your brother walks the way he does is because he lost a testicle in a lacrosse game in high school? I was like, "Excuse me? Come again?" So he goes, "No, your brother, he walks that way because he lost a testicle in high school." I was like, "Let me stop you right there." So I walk away from him and I call my brother and I say, "Hey, Dave, how are you?" He goes, "I'm doing great." I go, "Well, I'm not." And you don't know the meaning of awkward until you have to have a conversation with your brother about the status of his genitals. So I said, "David, are you aware?" I said, "First, Dave, do you have both your testicles?" And without even looking down, he's like, "Yes." I said, "Okay, start there." I said, "David, are you aware that students throughout the whole high school think you walk the way you do because you lost a testicle?" "Yes." "Yes." I go, "I don't know about you, but if that was me, I'm kind of an insecure cat. First day of school will be right on the board. Mr. Cupsy, both testicles." I'd run a billboard, there'd be a skylight. And I said, "David, why on earth would you allow people to think this?" And he goes, "You know what, Nick? It's good when you're a teacher to have a good story out there about you." He goes, "I just help propagate the myth." And then he told me how it started. To get these kids to wear their protective cups in lacrosse, he told them he got hit with a shot in the crotch, and the story just took a life of its own. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.